celebration here in the city of New Orleans, and we are just outside of the French Quarter at the Superdome. Today, Week 12 of the NFL season is upon us, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Atlanta Falcons taking on the New Orleans Saints. Push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. To the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. ETN. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the game's first play. And it's 2nd down now. You talk about this Falcon defense. Against the pass, they're toward the middle of the league, number 15 in the NFL.
I think if you talk to their head coach, you'll get a nice answer about how much he likes his team and what they're doing. But at the end of it, he would admit.
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, New Orleans. Chris Olave hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Saints need just 2 plays on their opening drive to take the early lead. Now the try here for the extra point. And it's good as the Saints have a 7-0 lead.
The score, Saints 7, Falcons nothing.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he returns this to the 22.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together. First carry of the game now for the Texas superstar, Bijan Robinson. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Now, quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete. And Charles, you look at this defense, they were a very loose group coming into the week, knowing they kind of had the upper hand going into this one, taking on a team that hasn't won in a month and a half.
And that works well for you if you establish your dominance early in the game against a team that's struggling. But if somehow they fashion some plays together early, knock them back on their heels, that looseness can be used against them. They're going to try to scramble to make sure they get their game right.
Jake Bailey on now to punt here on 4th down. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. They'll get this up to the 34, and a good lane opening up right away for him. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for. A really good change of pace back.
34 now. Here's 1st and 10.
Here we go, Shuck.
Now Shuck. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. The Saints at 4-6 now on the year. They come in off the extended break from the bye.
And I think it was much needed as well because you play 2.5 months. You know you're ready for some time off in order to get prepared for the home stretch. In fact, when they looked at the schedule to start the season, I think they liked where their open week fell.
From the gun, Shuck. And that is incomplete. You talk about this Falcon defense. They are the 22nd ranked unit against the run in the NFL.
Well, there wasn't anything wrong with them on that play, was there? Able to make a nice stop, held them to no gain. The key to their defense, though, is exactly what the defensive coordinator told you and I. They've got to be consistent.
They'll throw. Here's Shuck. There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 19. 15 yards there on the catch and run. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. To the air again is Shuck. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
Really good coverage all over the field. They took away his intended read and almost dared him to try for his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Shuck. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. To throw is Shuck. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So a touchdown on their opening drive and 3 more here, and it adds to their 1st quarter lead.
Yeah, everything's going according to plan so far because the offense has moved the ball, defense able to do their job, and here the special teams unit comes through with their contribution. A field goal to make it 10-zip.
And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Offense out there for their next drive. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. Now a handoff to start it out. Robinson. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. Tyree Wilson getting back there in a hurry and handing him a loss. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. And looking to throw, Penix. That's out wide here for Robinson. Just a loss of a yard there, but it's not going to help. Now they face a 3rd and 14.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Got a man, and he puts it on the carpet. It's out. And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27. first down.
Recovered by the offense.
Now, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They are going for it. Penix. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. They'll try to throw again. Here's Penix. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard. It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work out. They were there, and they tackled him for a loss.
Now Penix. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Drake London, his intended target, and it's 3rd down. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Looking to throw, Penix. He's going to drop this underneath for Robinson. And they'll get him down 2 yards shy after a pickup of 8. 4th and 2.
We can make this one pretty simple. Block the ball his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
On a bootleg, it's Penix. That's to his running back, complete. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And that will force a turnover on downs. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out.
Ready for the second quarter from New Orleans. It's the Saints in possession, as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Ready? Let's go now.
Etienne on the toss right. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2.
47-yard line.
19, Tiger, 19.
To throw now, Shuck. And this complete to Pope. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
A gain of 5 brings up 3rd and 6.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
60 Bison, 60 Bison. Omaha.
Shuck now to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. On 1st and 10, it's ETN. He had to fight that time. Ran through one tackle, but ultimately he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
He'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. 56 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. Throwing, Shuck. Pass incomplete.
It sort of looks like there's still some fighting them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
That one caught by Pope. And they'll get this down to the 10. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a first down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
2nd and 10. Running out of the gun with ETN. He gets this down to the 3, but no further. The power run out of the bag and got a couple extra yards with it. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Lots of praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Juwan Johnson, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Saints go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. Extra point splits the uprights. And that makes our score 17-0.
Falcons, nothing.
The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. Get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down. I know, but all right, fine.
Okay,
you're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
A good decision in the end. The pull and run gets him 9 yards to the 1st.
Certainly not the way they drew it up in the playbook, but that's why they love this guy back there. He sees things breaking down, and he's more than capable of finding an escape route and still getting a decent gain.
To the air, Penix. And a dump off here to Robinson. It'll give him 8 that time, and it'll be 2nd and a couple.
8 yards on the pickup brings up 2nd and 2 at the 39-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Penix. A quick throw, knocked away, and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Here's Penix. And he is caught. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 42. 18 yards, a big pickup there on 3rd down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll throw with Penix. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. The Saints say they have it, and they do. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Play fake, and they'll throw with Penix. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Down several scores and playing behind the chains is not the way to have success in this one. Right now, if you're the offensive line, your big concern, protecting your quarterback, even a chance to try and throw something downfield to pick up the needed yardage.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 26. A gain of 22.
These guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They were starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And running room scares here. He's got to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
At the 26-yard line.
19, Tiger, 19, Tiger. 18,
They'll set up a throw. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Back to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons.
To number 17.
An 11-yard touchdown. And the Falcons are on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Folk connects on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead to 17-7. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. He's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. So from 135 all the way over to the other. Here's 1st and 10. Going down the middle, and it's complete. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
I see a bunch of mean guys in the band and a tie. Going to the west side, giving side eyes. Ain't nobody that I really recognize. Ain't surprised to ride the killer vibe.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. No street.
Now Shuck. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he's got it. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Juwan Johnson in the final seconds of the first half. And the Saints will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
They're just going to run it here up the middle. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. It'll be Falcons football, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. And able to get this out to the 25. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
First and 10 at the 45.
A big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already.
Let's go now. Back to 60. Back to 60. Back to street. Back to street. Let go.
Robinson up the middle. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. And looking to throw, Penix. Looking there for Pitts, but intercepted. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
Penix's pass. Intercepted. The Saints take over 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Here's Shuck. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
A shotgun snap and again to ETN. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
And incomplete on the deep ball.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And this won't get there. Won't be online either. It's no good. Off to the right, and the lead will stay put at 17. Now listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their backgrounds. They were all county, all state, at other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
He ran right through one tackle as he fights forward for a gain of 7.
It's a gain of 8.
Offensive linemen alone creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
2nd and 2. Now Penix going to hold on to it. And he's going to get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it as he gets right down on that one.
Well, you admire anyone trying to pick up an additional couple of yards. They're just not worth it when you take shots like that. Quarterbacks have to stay in the game and stay on the field.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Penix. He's got a man. That's Zacchaeus. And he's going to have a Falcons 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Penix working out of the gun here. And this one is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up. Converged on his man and broke the play up.
Glad to be in the great city of New Orleans. Rolling along here in the 3rd quarter. 2nd and 10. Now Penix. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Saints are going to get the football back at their own 17. Well, they definitely figured out something defensively at halftime, Charles. That's now 2 drives and 2 interceptions here in this 3rd quarter.
And I think the easy thing for us to say is, boy, they made an adjustment, didn't they? Or they showed him something different. I'm not so sure it's that as much as maybe he's just been impatient and forced the ball a little bit. In any event, as you noted, back-to-back interceptions thrown. That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll try the left side with ETN. Spins by. Yeah, able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 73 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
3rd and 3.
They'll come up now, 3rd and 3.
Let's go now. 60 Bison. 72.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Kamara. And this will wind up a Saints first down as he'll take this up to about the 33-yard line.
9 yards.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. They've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
70 Rangers. 70 Rangers.
To throw is Shuck. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
That's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Let's go. 18. Pioneer. 7-8. Go.
They'll throw. Here's Shuck. Downfield, and he's got Olave. Down to the 10. Touchdown, New Orleans. Chris Olave, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. As his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up the secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
And not much happening on the return as we get this to about the 23.
Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions. This is what they're going to need more of. It's the 3rd quarter. You're trailing. You've got to come out with a renewed sense of purpose, and that's a nice way to kick off the drive with good yardage and a first down.
And the slot man goes in motion left. Looking to throw, Penix. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, it'll all happen with contract time.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence the big plays are out there.
And that's just a solid, good physical run there as he motors for 9 yards.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there.
And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
First down. Gain of 9 yards. First down, Falcons.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. They're going to motion dots into the left. Back to throw now on first down. Now Pennick's going to hold on to it. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
It hasn't been the cleanest game for him, but there was a sign of improvement as he looks towards the next one. Nice bit of scrambling to move the sticks, and even more importantly, he didn't risk adding another interception to his ledger.
That ball is caught. It's London for the Atlanta touchdown. From 21 yards away. And the Falcons are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
At their own 35-yard line.
I just want to rock. I just want to rock.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the fourth quarter, Charles, but you got the football. You're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because
picked up by Divine Diablo. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. He has been interception prone here in his rookie season. How patient can they be with him?
That is the key question, isn't it? A lot of it depends on the head coach, what type of defense you have, and just a general understanding of the makeup of him. But the bottom line is you posed a great question. Are they at the stage where they've run out of patience and now they get to demand production? Or do you continue to stay with him this way?
And that's going to be incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
Well, they approach this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. Incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Drop to throw. Oh, a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a first down for the Falcons. A 3-score game here late. You could probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But they trim that lead down to just 2 scores. That's still a benefit to this squad.
first and 10, it's Robinson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Here we go on second and 12. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that's going to set up a tough third and 9. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. To the air, Penix. Got his man, it's London. And the Falcons are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays.
Bijan Robinson with his 14th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Falcons have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. Extra point up and good by Folk. And the lead is trimmed down to 10.
31. Falcons 21.
Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a 2-score game. The interception that led to a touchdown. You have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised by the last throw. That type of throw with this type of a game, I'm going to be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your halfback or something like that. Otherwise, take care of the thing and finish this bad boy off.
To throw now, Shuck. Now he'll tuck this and run. And this is caught. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, his first touchdown on the year. And the Saints look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here this fourth quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Powering his way forward. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20. Called it the 21.
Take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a first down.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide. And these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
Here's Penix. And he Z fought in and got him down.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
They'll set up to throw. Now Penix going to hold on to it. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A breakdown defensively there as the scramble is going to set him up with a much more manageable third down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. 3rd and 9 here. They'll throw with Penix. A throw to the flat for Carter. And he'll get this to the 40, but that's still going to be a few yards short of the first down. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that's going to make it 4th down. They are going for it. Penix. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. Straight ahead, Etienne. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. A.J. Terrell coming up to make the play. Here now, 2nd and 9 from the 39-yard line. And he'll go again with Etienne. Sheds off the tackle. And they will finally get him down, but not before he takes this to the Falcons' 5. It's a gain of 34. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they're powering through, and they're controlling this game.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. I might come right back at them with the same play, the same set, and see if they can stop them.
So it's a win here for the Saints, and it was their quarterback who led the way, Charles. Pretty impressive play for a rookie.
Yeah, that was a masterclass in quarterback play, wasn't it? 5 touchdown passes. You talk about the rapport he had with his receivers. It was like a conductor leading a symphony.
So for the Saints, the win gets them a step closer to 500 at 5-6. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, for Atlanta, the problems just get worse and worse as they fall to 2-9 now on the year. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at MetLife Stadium with the New York Jets. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.